Litecoin Lawton again, coming back to you guys again. It is August 7th, around 8 o'clock. I hope everybody else is doing great out there. I had a really nice day. It was Sunday. Sunday's a fun day. The kids were having fun, playing some soccer tournaments and stuff. So I hope everybody else is doing great out there. The crypto market is kind of going sideways. Just thought I'd start you out with some memes. This is how I feel. The 2022's 22's already gone, like kind of like that. I hope you guys been doing good. Fear and greed right now. Where's that? We're at a 30, so it looks like we're kind of creeping back up into the positive zone, you guys. I thought this was really cool. This is kind of a visualization of all the money in the world. I don't know why I think it's kind of important, but this is constantly shifting, right? So the United States has held this position since 1981, and China's like pretty close here. So it's when you see it visually, it's kind of more, it's more pronounced to me, for me to really see it here. Japan is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. This is actually $5 trillion company as far as GDP goes. So all right, so what's going on in the world today, you guys? Is the stock to flow? I actually wanted to talk about this real quick because a couple of people might be confused about where I think we exactly are in this whole cycle right now. Is this a fake out pump? Are we still in a bull market? What's going on here? So my opinion, so I think we are in a bear market, obviously, right now. Macro level, is there ever a bear market for Bitcoin? You could argue that, but this is back in 2011, and I wanted to show you guys this thing. So stock to flow is actually it holds pretty good back in the early days, and that's why no one's talking about this thing right now. But I like to use it because it marks the halving dates, and the halving dates is basically when this thing turns from blue to red. This point right here is the halving. So this is the lead up to the halving. And this is back in the day. And you notice how we did this like back in the early days. Bitcoin spiked up to, goes from $1 past 20 to like $25. Then we come all the way back down to $2, okay? And then we have this rally in the green, okay? This one we didn't really get a rally here in this green. But back in the day we actually did. And then if you zoom out here, if you go back onto that chart, so this is the macro level. You can zoom in on these things. So this is green, little mini pump. Fast forward a little bit to 2018, and we had this green mini pump, right? So like this was kind of a fake out rally in this zone. So we didn't really have it here back in 2015, but we did have kind of a fake out rally. I remember Bitcoin goes from, we'll zoom in right here. So Bitcoin goes all the way up to like 14,000, I remember, over here. And then basically drops all the way back down, and we go back down to like 3,100, I would believe. So it goes pretty high. It didn't actually go lower than the green area. This is my point here. So like this green area, we're also in this green area right now. We still have about 2 more years until the halving. So it's a little premature to actually start the run here. And if you guys see this, it's as soon as this blue really, I mean, it's if you buy Bitcoin right at this blue area, you're pretty much guaranteed a run here. Okay. And you can go back in history here. We'll go back again. So this is all the history. So we have the halving, boom, run, right? Have the halving, boom, run. Have the halving. This one, you got to take, this is the COVID dip. So we like COVID dipped, had the halving, boom, we had a run. Okay, so it's pretty safe area as far as historical um, trends go. If you buy like basically at the halving, and then sell in this yellow area. A lot of times it doesn't get all the way yellow. Even if you did sell the yellow areas every time, like that's actually, it was like 62,000 right there. So, and then obviously the 20,000, and then this one. So this yellow traditionally is our blow off top or around that area. So that actually is still holding true. You notice this whole chart, and the reason that people aren't validating or aren't talking about this anymore is that you see how far below this middle line, and this line right here is like this trend line is about at 100,000. So we are far below the market value of Bitcoin. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Satoshi actually said that all assets tend to gravitate towards the cost it takes to manufacture them. And it does make sense. I did Google that, and the average cost of the global average cost for a Bitcoin to mine a Bitcoin is around $13,000, $14,000. So if we're not at the bottom, I think we might be, I think that $14,000 is definitely, we're not going to go below that. If that actually happens, I'm going all in, you guys. I'll just say that this is not financial advice on this channel. Please be responsible, trade responsibly. I'm just telling you how I'm going to be doing this. If that actually plays out, I will be a buyer at that level. I am starting to accumulate, as you guys know. I'm not buying Bitcoin right now. I'm buying a lot of the some altcoins right now, but I'll be a buyer of Bitcoin if it drops below this, into that 14 zone. So traditionally speaking, we have this pump. So I think what's going on right now, I'm going to zoom in here. So I still think we can do one of these. So I think we're going to have this pump, and I showed you like, this green area pump, this green area. Usually we have some sort of relief rally here. And we're just going to go jump in the charts here because it's easier for me to show you on the macro level here. So this is Bitcoin, and it's a tool that is very helpful with Bitcoin is the Fibonacci retracement, especially when we're talking about these like retracement areas. So I'm going to open up, go from the top of this last peak to the bottom here. And you can kind of see we hit this 618 zone. So they call that the golden zone, you guys, the golden ratio, the 0.618. So tradition, a lot of times in nature, and I don't know why this is, 0.618 is the golden number, the golden ratio. A lot of things in nature with leaves and bugs, thoraxes, and if you start looking at like at ratios in nature, 0.618 becomes a very important ratio. Don't ask me why that is in investing, but it holds true. So, we're going to keep an eye on that. So if I go from the top of this to the bottom, we could actually see, this is basically what this is saying, that we could come up here and we could actually hit this like 48, but between 48 and 50,000. So even on a dead cat bounce, and Bitcoin's not ready, you guys. It's not ready to go on a bull run here, according to the charts, right? So like we're in this green, like we do a run here, but it just turns out to be a fake out, and then it drops back down. So I wanted to give you guys some perspective on what realistically to expect here. Can you play this bounce right here? Of course you can. Of course. Look, and so like this one does the same thing. So back, you have to go pretty far back in the day. It didn't really do it this cycle, but we had this like pump before the rally, before the halving. It's kind of like this fake out pump before the halving, right? But it ends up being like not the true bull cycle, right? So like this was actually this kind of the start, this COVID dip. Was this a freak event? Sure. Is there a lot of macro level freak events going on that could possibly trigger? I mean, off the top of my head, guys, if China takes over Taiwan, the whole market's going to dip, right? So you guys have to be prepared for that. Be in position for something like that on the macro level here. So I think that might, that's probably going to pump the dollar too. So I would imagine if Taiwan, gets invaded here, that the DXY is going to just, start ripping up here. We are kind of breaking out on the dollar here. We're breaking this kind of this downtrend line, this trend line right here. We do not want this thing to come back up to this 109 level, you guys, unless we're going to do this giant double top, but that would be the only thing I would be looking for as far as positive news. But that would be basically the dollar would be going on a juggernaut and killing, all the other assets here. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Let's go back to Bitcoin though. So, again, you guys, a bounce, we literally have to get over this like 48,000 zone, 4850 zone. This area up here, and it might even correlate even with this downtrend. It's pretty close, this line. And the breakout target of this descending wedge right here, if this is actually a legitimate pattern, this is a bullish pattern and it has a breakout target past that. So if that's a true breakout, then we break out past this 0.618. Again, I think it's a little early, you guys. Traditionally, if you guys do buy in this green zone, it ends up being an amazing buying opportunity too. So it made this one, the green zone was below the blue, right? So that was an amazing opportunity. This one, the green was below the blue, right? And this one, the green was above the blue, but it was also, we had like some macro, level, situations with the COVID dip and stuff right there. So is this green zone right now going to be ultimately, a lower buy-in? Bitcoin is very undervalued here, you guys. I went back and read the white paper recently, and every time I do that, it's like, wow, this thing is like amazing. It's an amazing thing that Satoshi created, you guys. It's not something to balk at here. He solved double spending. He made banks obsolete all in one foul swoop. And so, what do I think? I think the banks are going to have to join the situation. If you can't beat them, join them. So I expect banks to start coming online here. I know that they want to probably hold your Bitcoin, I would imagine. And that, if they start earning rewards with your banks for holding Bitcoin, maybe it would be an option for some people that don't want to hold their own coin. Honestly, I think things are getting so easy now that everybody should hold their own coin themselves and not rely on exchange unless you're obviously trading this thing. So I keep the only coin I have on exchanges, you guys, are the coins that I'm actively trading with. I'm not leaving anything on exchanges that I am not trading with, because I don't trust anybody with my money, right? I trust myself. So this is the whole power. It's bringing the power back to the people and away from the banks. And so it's a pretty controversial thing. So, I expect kind of a fake pump, you guys, over the next, we could even do something like this, breakout. At this point, everybody's going to and their mothers are going to be crying for a new run there. Like, this is a pretty significant play too. I mean, if you guys want to get in now, this is 100, it's 120% move up to the 618 level right now. So, I will be playing this, but I will be very cautious when this 618, this around that 48,000 is, you guys should be taking profits right there. Just because macro level, I don't think that we're quite ready to go on one of these runs, right? So this is the run. This is the run we're talking about. This last one was a little lackluster. We didn't get up quite to that 100,000 level. I do think that we will breach that by the next halving and probably push, somewhere. I think it's going to overcorrect and go past 100,000. I think it's going to go, probably go to like 150, 160,000. So that's kind of where I think this thing's going. Bitcoin for 23,000. Does it really matter, you guys, if you buy at 23,000 or 17,000, if it's going to 120,000? It's still, anybody involved in the game is still so blessed. So I wanted, you guys, it's still early right now. Don't be discouraged by this market. I think that we are due for some, at least a small rally. Do I think Bitcoin is really ready to break out? No. I think we're going to have like maybe 120% move to the upside here over the next like couple months. And then I think we're going, I think something's going to come out. I think we are showing some bullish divergence on the cipher. I wanted to show you that. But I do think that we're going to have some sort of like, this is what I think is going to happen. So I'm getting my position in position for this. So however you guys want to interpret that, I'd recommend that you get into position for your goals. So I think we're going to have this like, this rally up to possibly the 618. I don't know if it's going to get that high, you guys. 48,000. That seems pretty crazy. At least 30,000. I think we're going to probably go up to at least touch 32,000 level. Possibly even break 40, but 48, it seems a little too much for this relief rally, but we'll see. I think that definitely I'm taking profits in the 48,000 zone. Just based on macro level events. I think something like this is going to happen. I think we're going to have a pump here, and then we're going to be going along, we start selling off, and then like China's going to invade Taiwan or something, and it's just going to go dump down, right? And then we'll actually start this run. And I want you guys to be a part of this. I want everybody to be a part of this. This is what we dealt with last time. I want you guys to, every cycle, we have the people that are made and the people that are broken, right? Like I'm still in profit, even on this crazy bear market, right? I'm not stressing this dip right here, even though it's a significant dip, right? Like, we've gone all the way down to 75% retracement here. But if you're buying Bitcoin at $30,000, or $3,000, are you scared about a $23,000 Bitcoin? I mean, that was like, just a year ago. Like that's still a brilliant investment, right? So keep perspective, you guys. Just know that we're so early in the space. We have like one country, maybe two countries, and then two corporations, like major corporations. Just wait until it's 10% of the corporations, right? Just wait till Apple and Google come into play here, you guys. Cheers from the beach, you guys, of Wakatiki Day, man. Hope you guys are all doing great out there. JBZ, I hope you guys are doing good. Let's look at some Doji. Doji's just kind of following Papa Bitcoin. On the weekly, we still haven't had that buy candle yet on the hash ribbons. Oh, we did actually have it on the daily. So we did have our buy on the daily. So I'm looking at that. Holding some Doge. We do have some bearish divergences forming on Doji. Sheeb. What's doing with Sheeb here? I was kind of charting this like rising wedge, which is a bearish formation here. I'm not picking up any bearish divergences. What is Bitcoin? Do we have Bitcoin have some bearish divergence here? Then we have some bullish divergence on the daily. Looks like money flow is about to start coming back into the market, but we are negative right now. Net negative. Gold. Let's see. Gold. I'm not picking up anything on the daily for as far as divergences goes. The dollar. Let's hope this thing is starting to cool down, you guys. Okay, so the dollar's been doing this though, so it's been printing these like bearish divergences, and then it just doesn't care. It just keeps ripping higher. So I wouldn't give too much credit to the divergences on the dollar. We are still hoping for this head and shoulders to play out. So we'll see what happens on macro level going on. I wanted to touch base with some bone, dude. Us boneheads. I bought some bone back in the day. And I just like forgot about it because Shiba Inu is coming out here pretty soon. And I do support all the Shiba Army and all the ecosystem and Satoshi, and I really like the games and the metaverse that he's bringing out. So I'm glad to be part of that as well. But bone, you guys, I bought some bone at like, I think it was like 35 cents, and it's holding like $1 pretty strong right now. We've had some retracement, but this is going to be the token that everybody transacts. This is going to be the gas, right, for the Ethereum layer 2 solution for this. So I'm really excited about this one. Be part of Bone. I honestly, I did put like, an ETH into this thing back in the day. And it's done fairly well. I just wanted to have some Bone so I could transact SHIB, obviously. So it's doing really good right now. GameStop, we haven't really broken out. We haven't broken out of this long range downtrend yet. We'll start talking if this thing gets above this, like, $47, $50 level. I would start thinking about GameStop, Willie, Bitcoin, Litecoin, OG. This is the coin, guys. This is the one. This is the one. Yes, the golden one. Litecoin, I think right now is just so undervalued, $61. We are getting some pretty massive bullish divergences and hidden bullish divergences forming on Litecoin. So that is really good to see. Hopefully Litecoin and ETH really start picking this thing up. ETH's been the leading indicator of the market, guys, at least for all the altcoins right now. And they're having the merge. We are printing some bearish divergence on the daily. So that's not super great. But we'll see what plays out here. Again, it's kind of a weird zone that we're in right now, you guys. I would be nibbling, but I also am saving. I'm saving up right now a cash position for this dip if we actually have a crazy dip here. So I hope you guys are trading good right now, trading well. Digibyte was Digi doing. This is one of my other like favorite coins, you guys. If you guys don't know about Digibyte, check them out. It's a truly decentralized project, and it's gone back. Like this thing, Digibyte, we're talking about a pretty old coin here, you guys. This is 2014, so its creation was in 2014, and it does show like a pretty macro level uptrend. We are breaking this uptrend right here. So that's not great, but it's also might show that, if we wick back up here pretty soon, if we, come back up here on the weekly, we are closing these candle bodies underneath this. But if this ends up being like a inverse head and shoulders, then we could get out of it pretty fast here. So keep an eye on Digibyte. I love this coin too. Back in the day, this one was a very profitable coin for me back in the day. So I'll go into the pairings later, because this video is getting a little bit long. But I hope you guys are doing great out there. Let me know if you want me to cover anything. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Anybody that's interested in cryptos or thinking about getting involved, let me know. I hope you guys are doing great. Again, Litecoin Lawton out.